There's a 32 back again, doing another deck review in a strange angle again, but the hell of it. Today I'm looking at my new vintage, giant size, big bicycle rider back decks, and as a comparison to like a regular sized bicycle deck, it's massive. It's about 4 times the size of a bridge size deck actually. It's, whoops, not quite twice as wide as a regular deck and twice as high. It's about 4 times the size of a bridge size bicycle deck. So the front of the box says US Point Guard Company bicycle rider back point guards with a spade tip. I actually have my other one here. This is the blue one I got years ago. This one was printed, I guess, in the 1990s, early 2000s. This one, according to the Ace of Spades and the seller, was from 1972. It said 1970s on the Etsy page where I got it. On the one side, it says US Point Guard Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. The other side says 8082 bicycle. Top says Made in USA, but it's been damaged a bit. And the bottom says big bicycle point guards. The back is your back design, just a rider back. This one is similar. It does say made in China. When they made this one, it might have been in China. It could have been printed in the US for all I know. It doesn't specify. This one does specify made in China, but the stock and finish is basically the same, I would say. And this one also says rider back on the back, and it's got a park over. I already looked at this one at some point in time. On the flap, it has your trademark stuff, and the flap, it does again say Cincinnati. The flap is interesting if you look at it because it's actually, I don't know if you can see this, but it's actually like a big, oops, this in the way. It's a big thing that goes right down to the bottom and comes out the other side. It's a big flap. That's like a big wraparound flap. What's interesting about it is you can actually use that and you can hide a card in there, a duplicate or whatever, and you show the spectator the box is empty, but then you pull the card out of the box like magic. It's you know, it's something you can do. Or you can pretend you put in the card in the box, then you make a Danis, something or other. What you get? Your 2 jokers, standard jokers, and you get the Ace of Spades. It's a big bicycle 8082, jumbo size, US Point Guard Company, Cincinnati, USA. And there's a date code on the bottom, which again indicates it's 1972, or perhaps 1992, but based on the silver cylinder from 1970s, based on the font being different and being more old school, I would say it's 1970s. Unfortunately, it is missing a card, the King of Spades. Don't know what happened to it, unfortunately. Hate when that happens, but it is something that is always possible when you're buying something secondhand, whether it's from a thrift store or Etsy or eBay. But it did say that it was complete, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. They did apparently make sure, you know, they checked to see if all the cards were there, but I guess they missed it. I do like the colors on the court cards. It's more of a traditional USB-C color, whereas the blue one I got, the newer one, it's a different color, a little bit more. It's not as dark, it's not as bold, a little more faded, a little more green, or blue, I guess. I prefer this one, the red one. It's a much vibrant color, more vibrant color, and it would also look better from a distance if you're performing. You can see it a lot nicer. Very nice. The back, the red rider back. That's the blue one. The stock, it's flexible. It's a thick cardboard type stock, pretty thick. Probably the thickness of 2 regular rider backs, and just smooth, plastic coated. Obviously, it's going to be hard to shuffle because it's massive, but it is what it is. It's a cool deck if you're performing. You might want something like this because the audience can see it from a distance. You're not going to perform sleight of hand a deck like this, but there are various tricks you can do, and I've seen them used. Um, I like it. It's a nice vintage deck. I'm glad I came across that. Disappointed about the missing card, but it's not the end of the world. It's still usable. I'm not going to play solitaire with it or anything like that. So that is that. I'm not going to rate it because it's just a standard deck. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I know this position is a little bit awkward. It's not something I'm going to be doing very often. And that, I'll see you next time with more. Comment, rate, subscribe. Check out collectiblepointcards.com. Use the code VISAS832. And yeah, see you next time with more.